now extended due to popular demand. Get an ADT security system starting at just $49 installed, but only for a limited time. That's an instant savings of $250. Don't leave your family's safety to chance. Call or visit ADT.com/TV.
I had a break-in. By the time we called the police, there wasn't much they could do. I felt so helpless.
ADT quickly called the police. I felt like it was over right away.
Feels like it's still not over. We lost our digital photos, financial records, things that insurance simply can't replace.
Help protect yourself with the fast alarm response of ADT with 24/7 monitoring against burglary, fire, and high levels of carbon monoxide, starting at just over $1 a day. And now, our best offer yet has been extended due to popular demand. Installation starting at just $49, a savings of $250. But hurry.
I'm glad we had ADT.
ADT, always there.
Closed captioning brought to you by Franklin Templeton Investments.
A global leader in investment management for 60 years. Franklin Templeton Investments. Gain from our perspective.
Aaron Burnett, Anderson Cooper, and Piers Morgan take you to the biggest inaugural celebrations in Washington. Live coverage. Tonight, 7 Eastern on CNN.
Xfinity On Demand presents Taken 2.
Listen to me carefully, Kim. Your mother and I are going to be taken, and people are going to come for you too.
What are you going to do?
What I do best. 3, 2, 1. Stop. My turn. I will finish this.
Taken 2. Find it here with Xfinity On Demand.
Xfinity has the fastest internet. AT&T U-verse doesn't. And here at the Barretts, they're using Xfinity speed on more devices than ever. Now Susie and Bill can stay completely up to speed on pop culture. And Leah and her friend Dave can watch movies without worrying about slow download speeds. Although sometimes slow is good, isn't that right, David? Don't fall for AT&T U-verse. Awesome is the fastest internet from Xfinity.
Sign up for a great offer today. Call 1-800-XFINITY.
This is CNN.
We're looking at live pictures of the U.S. Capitol on this sunny but relatively cold day here in the nation's capital. Inside the Capitol, the president's still wrapping up his luncheon with top members of the House and the Senate. The Speaker of the House will be presenting the president with some flags, the Vice President as well. The Republican Senator Lamar Alexander, an official photograph, will be presented to the Vice President. Then there will be toasts. Senator Schumer, who's the chairman of the Inauguration Committee, he'll be offering a toast. The President of the United States will be responding. You will see it. You will hear it. All live here on CNN. We're going inside the Capitol for these historic moments. Stand by for that. Following the luncheon and the toast, the president, the first family, the vice president, his wife and family, they'll get into the motorcade and the parade, and they'll go down Pennsylvania Avenue. Aaron Burnett is over at Freedom Plaza, where historically very often presidents get out of their limousine and start walking a bit. Aaron, set the stage for us. This is going to be an historic afternoon.
It is, and obviously we hope that we will be so lucky, as do all the crowds that are here along Pennsylvania Avenue and Freedom Plaza. I'm here with Brianna Kilar, and something else just happened. Not that it was a viciously cold day, but it was kind of biting out here, and now you're bathed in beautiful sunlight.
That's right. The sun just sort of broke through. We have temperatures here in the mid-40s. And, you know, that's not so bad. It's still a little chilly, and certainly all these folks out here have been trying to stay bundled up as they've been waiting for hours, anxiously hoping to catch a glimpse of President Obama. But I think we'll take it, because remember, it was Ronald Reagan in 1985 where festivities were actually canceled because the high, I think, was 17 degrees, and obviously even lower than that throughout the day. So this is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I got to say, it's kind of perfect. And Robin Meade, Don Lemon, and Christy Paul are along with us along the parade route. Robin, I know you were out in the cold of the morning. A lot of people that we saw here, though, literally, it's been a good day for all the kind of hand warmers and body warmers. Everybody going through security had them in their gloves, in their shoes, and in their coats.
They are the item of the day, I'll tell you that much. And if To give you an example of what people here went through to get through security to go to the parade, to me, it felt a little bit different than getting through security to get to the National Mall. It feels more stringent here on the parade route because if you look, see how close people are able to be to the parade route compared to the blocks and the blocks on the mall. So when we went through security, they asked us, it was very hands-on. They took away our diet soda cans, no cans allowed. They asked us to open our jackets, made us take our hats off, and we're going through purses and bags. No umbrellas. We're allowed. Good thing the sun is shining, right? So we're right here in front of the U.S. Navy Memorial, and the big question is, will the president get out and walk here as well? I can see some snipers on the roof here, and right over on this side, we have different law enforcement officers actually from around the nation, which is really neat to know. So these folks are from Florida. So when I was like, what street am I at right now? They're like, we don't know. We're from Florida. But they said that right beside them are folks from Phoenix. So people have converged from all over the nation to help out with the security. That does feel stringent right here, even though it feels like a party atmosphere. Now, where I'm at, people have to have tickets to be seated there. But across the street, it's kind of like a first come, first serve. How about where you guys are, Aaron?
Yeah, you know what? I only missed your last couple of words because we keep having helicopters go over us, Robin, which I guess hopefully is a sign that the parade is about to begin in just a few minutes, or at least we hope. I want to get to Don Lemon. And Don, let me just say, you know, Robin dressed appropriately, and she has the right kind of hat on to stay warm. But I just want to know whether you're wearing your very dapper hat that you had on last night, Don.
Well, I was asked to take it off so you could see me better because I'm way over here in the crowd. Can you see me? I'm here in the crowd. We're at a gym.
I see you wave. I see a hat.
It's way on top of the museum, and I was wearing my Russian hat with the side things for the ears to keep warm. But as you guys said, you know, the sun came out and it warmed up, so I took my gloves off, I took my hat off. Can you guys hold that for me until I come back? You're the member of the U.S. Air Force, have a member of the Air National Guard here. We're pretty protected, right? Because these are all members, state troopers from different states.
Yes, I believe over 240 different agencies, maybe about 3,000 as far as volunteer, you know, law enforcement. And I'm down here with a contingent of Pennsylvania Air National Guard.
Oh, cool.
There's approximately 300 of us from the Air National Guard and maybe 1,000 or more Army National Guard.
Well, Martin, thank you very much. We appreciate you. We got New Jersey here. We got Ohio. We got a bunch of people. I'm gonna walk. We're starting here at Pennsylvania and Constitution Avenue. So I'm going to walk here. There is the National Art Museum across from here. The Federal Trade Commission is in front of me. And, of course, the Capitol's back there. This entire route is 1.5 miles, as you guys know. And everyone hopes the President and the First Lady will get out and walk where they are. They usually get out at Freedom Plaza. Hi, how are you? How are you? But we're hoping they're going to get out here. So 1.5 miles. These people have been out here for a long time. We'll be here. If they get out here, I'll be here. We're going to go back to Wolf Blitzer right now. Wolf, take it away.
Thanks very much, Don. Take a look at, you're looking at live pictures, the president hugging Senator Patrick Leahy, the chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee. They've wrapped up this luncheon, apparently. There's going to be some toasts. There's an official presentation of the photograph as well. The president has been going from table to table. He's been saying hello to various folks. Looks like he's speaking. Is that the Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, right in the left part of the career? Jeffrey Toobin is with the, and Kate Baldwin is there. There's Nancy Pelosi sitting as well. But the president, as he did 4 years ago, Jeffrey, he's going from table to table. He's greeting folks. He's saying hello. You know, he's been criticized a little bit for not supposedly schmoozing enough with members of Congress. There's Kathleen Sebelius, the Secretary of Health and Human Services. Members of his cabinet are inside the room, as well as the Republican and Democratic leadership and others. You can see the head table over there, the Vice President, Joe Biden, sitting there with Dr. Jill Biden.
That's actually a very interesting lunch pairing right there.
What's nice, Jeffrey, is that you have all three branches of government at this luncheon on Capitol Hill right now.
It's wonderful. And it was actually a very sad occasion 4 years ago because both Senator Edward Kennedy and Senator Robert...
The chairman of the Inauguration Committee, Chuck Schumer of New York, is going to be speaking now. Let's listen in because he's going to be delivering a toast.
I hope everyone has enjoyed the lunch. I think we really deserve a round of applause to our chef and our caterer, all the people who served the meal so expertly. They've done a great job. So it is now my honor to invite the Speaker of the House, the John Boehner, to the podium to present the official flags.
Senator, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the old hall of the House. The people's representatives met in this chamber over 5 decades prior to the Civil War. And so wonder they actually made it here that long. And see, the acoustics were terrible. You just couldn't hear anything. Or in some spots, you could hear everything that was being said in the room. To make it was a mess. And of course, it was also at a time when our leaders weren't hearing each other all that well to begin with. But here it's a century and a half and many architectural improvements later, and we gather in the old hall to better hear one another and to renew the appeal to better angels. We do so amid the rituals and symbols of unity, none more important than our flag. This year, Old Glory will mark a milestone of her own. It was the spring of 1813 that the new commander at Fort McHenry ordered a flag to be flown over the entrance to Baltimore Harbor. It should be so large, he said, that the British will have no difficulty in seeing it from a distance. For such an enormous banner, a mother and daughter team had to stitch together overlapping strips of wool to make the product whole. From many, one. So a grand flag was born, and not long after that, an anthem to go with it. Today, whenever we put out the flag, whenever we hear it snapping in the wind, it gives us proof of the blessing that we call democracy. This symphony of service and faithfulness in which we will all play a part. So in the spirit of harmony, I'm proud to present the flags that flew over this battalion of democracy today to President Barack Obama and Vice President Joe Biden. And to you, gentlemen, I say congratulations and Godspeed.
I am now pleased to introduce my friend and colleague and partner in this inaugural endeavor, Senator Lamar Alexander, to the podium to present the official photographs.
Thanks, Chuck. Mr. President and Michelle, Mr. Vice President and Jill, President Mrs. Clinton, President Mrs. Carter, Mr. Chief Justice. One former president who's not here today, Honey and I were sitting next to him, George H.W. Bush and Barbara, a few years ago, and before he got up to speak, he leaned over and said to Barbara, "Barbara, what should I speak about?" And she said in a very loud whisper, "About 5 minutes, George." I'll take about 1 minute. There will probably come a time, Mr. President and Mrs. Obama, and to the Bidens, when your children are trying to explain to their grandchildren that this day actually happened. And if those great-grandchildren don't believe it, we have pictures. And these pictures are for you, and we wish you the best as you work for that common good that Mr. Cortez spoke about in the invocation, and as you so eloquently talked about in your description of the American character today.
Okay, I would now like to introduce the distinguished Majority Leader of the House of Representatives, Eric Cantor, to present the Lennox inaugural gifts.
Good afternoon.
On behalf of the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, it's my honor to present the President and Mrs. Obama, Vice President and Dr. Biden with these beautiful